My name is Declan McNaughton. I'm the head of real estate. We're joined today by an independent lawyer, Mr. André Nunes, who also specializes in real estate transactions and golden visa applications. So I'll be kicking off the presentation with a few slides about Monte Rei, uh, with combination of all the real estate products. And then I'll hand over to Andre to give you an overview on the golden visa process and steps. We do have a chat possibility chat, and we'll try and get to those. Failing that, what we will do is send out the presentation to everybody on each questions on there. Please feel free to come back to me personally. And if I can't answer them myself, then I will get Andre involved. Okay, so we'll start. So the Eastern Algarve, it's an unspoilt and haven for beautiful beaches, local amenities, marinas, and al fresco dining. You'll definitely be spoiled for choice in the Algarve with the ability to sail, sport fish, have great food, fine dining or casual dining, and a great nightlife throughout the year, but obviously more importantly during the summer. And obviously we are talking mostly about post-COVID at this point in time. With over 200 kilometers of stunning beaches, you'll never run out of things to explore in Algarve. In Monte Rei being uniquely placed near the Spanish border, so we have really the best of both worlds. Our main airport being Faro, which is just over 35 minutes away, but we also have easy accessible airport in Seville, which is about an hour and 30 minutes away, and then the main international in Lisbon, which is just under 3 hours door to door from Monte Rei. Having the choices of this gives us a great location, a great place to reside, or a great place to invest. And obviously Portugal has been going through a great period over the last 5-6 years, and Monte Rei is seeing some of the benefits of that as well. All right, so whether you're coming to Monte Rei for a day, a night, or a week, you'll be treated like a king or queen. Monte Rei is a unique place to visit. Even if you're not a golfer, we cater to all those people and can pamper either your husband or your partner or your non-playing golfer with the access to private gyms, swimming pool, fine dining, or casual dining. We cater to the most discerning people, and we pride ourselves on our service. We have a number of outlets you can take care of yourself or your family or friends, and you won't be disappointed in Monte Rei when visiting us. So, as part of our commitment for future growth, we have signed a second contract with Jack Nicholas to design our South course. He was actually on site about a year and a half ago, going over the South terrain and actually mocking up how the second golf course will take shape. So for our point of view, the design is effectively signed off. We're now awaiting COVID rules to allow us to go to tender for the first phase of construction. And as people in the golf world know, once you have two courses, you become a golf destination. And in the hotel world, this means people will stay longer, pay and stay. So currently, an average stay in Monte Rei is about 3.5 days. And we expect when we have the second course and our boutique hotel, which will follow the course in about 2.5 years, which will be a high-end 65 all-suite boutique hotel and spa. We see Monte Rei as becoming a destination for more than a week. As you know, if you have two courses, you can alternate with a day off in the middle, and then a day off while on your visit here and on your return. So, 4 rounds of golf within a week is more than doable. So we do see the future in Monte Rei as bright. Obviously, we need to get through these new restrictions, but as far as a second course and a five-star hotel really will cap us off. So ownership benefits, obviously, we have a number of products on display. Um, we have a very comfortable process for dealing with customers for rental, for holidaying, and for purchasing. The process is very smooth. We offer every amenity you think in a five-star world and more. I would say that Monte Rei prides itself on service. Everybody goes out of their way to make sure the customer's experience is top-notch, and it is a wonderful place to visit. Okay, so on to our real estate offering. We have four real estate products effectively in Monte Rei. The first being the North Course golf plots, which are very unique and definitely designed for the golf lover. So these plots range from 1,800 square meters, which is about 1,900 square feet, all the way up to 8,000 square meters. As far as homes, you can design your own home on these plots as long as they're within the size boundaries of what our allowances are. An average house on these sort of plots is about 480 to 600 square meters. So definitely a sizable property with a sizable house. Price range, you're looking plots start at about 1.1 million euros and upwards. If this is of interest to anybody, please reach out to me personally, because there's a lot to talk about on this subject, and it's definitely not for just general consumption. The second product is our linked villas. These are a very unique property. They sit within their own within the master development. They're all built, so there's 37 of these properties, and they all reside within their own little facility. So these are 3-bed, 4-bathroom villas. They come as linked, so semi-detached, if you will, and they come in a series of either 2 together or 3 properties together. Now they all have their own facilities. So we have a private pool, tennis courts, gym, and spa, as well as the veranda restaurant that caters to these. These are a fantastic rental property. So if you're looking to dip your toe into a turnkey solution, we have a great track record with these, and they're a wonderful property. The price for the link villas start around 1 euros. Note on that, we also have resale villas available within Monte Rei. These are obviously very much like the plots. They're a very personal touch. So anybody looking for a resale can reach out to me personally, and I can send you all the information we have on those. I can just say they range from 4 bedrooms to 6 bedrooms, anywhere from 2 million to 6 million. So there's a wide range, and they all pretty much sit exclusively with Monte Rei. Okay, last but not least, definitely is our clubhouse residence that we pretty much completed about 8 months ago, with our first owners taking delivery about 6 months ago, and our first owners moving in about 6 months ago. These are fantastic modern villas set over a lovely small parcel of land within Monte Rei that actually resides against the 18th fairway. So nearly every one of these properties has a golf view, and the top floor of these apartments have ocean views, as well as golf views over the 18th, 17th, and the 18th lake. They are a magnificent property. They're sold as a turnkey solution. So they are for people that want to have a property that's already equipped. The reason we do that is because we give these properties, take them back mostly for rental for our owners, as they are multiple home owners. So it's a turnkey solution. They are fitted out in the highest spec. Everything you can think of, right down to cutlery, glasses, wine glasses, everything is done for you. So the clubhouse residence effectively is 40 apartments over 8 blocks, which is a ground floor, first floor, or second. The denomination breakup is 32 two-bedrooms. So you have a two-bedroom either on the ground floor, first floor, or penthouse level. And then we have 8 three-bedroom duplexes. So we have 4 blocks that would carry 2 penthouses in each block. And from the top floor of each of the penthouses, as well as the top floor 2 beds, they are guaranteed ocean views as well as golf views. So for price ranging, the 2-bedrooms start at 850,000 euros, going up to 950,000 euros, depending on the location and height. And the penthouses start at 1.4 million. Okay, so hopefully that gives you a good introduction to the property options. As mentioned earlier, I am more than happy to take any emails after this for anything that you'd like to take offline and learn more about. We can set up another Zoom call or just email and send you all the information that you require. Okay, so my last slide gives you a pictorial view of Monte Rei. From top to bottom, we are 1,000 acres. So if we start at the north, you obviously see the icon for the North Golf Course, which is the #1 golf course in Portugal, which it has been for the last 9 years. A little bit further south, you can see the icon for the clubhouse residents, which reside along the 18th fairway. And then again, further south, you will see the villa and residence, which consists of 4 and 5 bedroom villas. And then the icon below that is the linked villa. So the linked villas are based around a horseshoe where all the services are sunken down in front of them. Obviously, the icon below that then is our new south course that is now designed and ready for us to just appoint contractor and get on to the site. And just north of that then will be the concept for our boutique hotel and spa. So hopefully that gives you a pretty good understanding of what Monte Rei has to offer. There's a lot more to discuss. And again, I'm more than happy to either take a chat on today or a personal email to understand your property requirements and hopefully deal with that going forward. Okay, I'd like to now hand over to Mr. Nunes, who has a few slides that gives you an understanding of the Golden Visa process. And again, Andre's online to take any chats, or if you'd like to email me anything direct, then we can get him in touch personally as well. Thank you very much, and look forward to André.
Thank you, Declan. Thank you for the introduction. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is André Nunes. We are a law office with independent lawyers. We are specialized, like Declan said before, we are specialized in real estate investment and tax, international tax, corporate tax, and of course in Golden Visa program or citizenship program as well. So starting from for those who are not who don't know what it is, Golden Visa program. Golden Visa program, it's basically a type of residence visa with investment. There are some rules to apply for this program, special program. It's not a common visa. It's not a common residence authorization, and it's not a common way to get citizenship and passport and Portuguese passport. On this slide, basically now we are facing a transition between the law that we have now and the new law that will come on the 1st of January of 2022. And basically the biggest change is until 31 of December of 2021, you can invest in any place in Portugal, any city, only 500k on real estate. After that, Lisbon and Oporto will be no longer qualify for this kind of investment, and the minimum price for investment after this in these areas like Lisbon or Oporto will increase for 1.5 million instead of 500K. So fortunately, Monte Rei, after the 1st of January of 2022, will be available for still available for the 500K investment. So it's a good opportunity. Monte Rei will be not affected by this new law. Change, please, Declan, the slide. So basically, the Golden Visa program started in 2012, but the first cases started in 2013, and our law office may take care of the first 5 Golden Visa program in 2013 for the first time. Basically, like I explained on the beginning, the Golden Visa program, it's citizenship by investment. There are several benefits of getting the Golden Visa, the residence by Golden Visa, which we will explain a little bit more in a few slides ahead. But basically, we are talking about tax benefits. We are talking about travel inside the Schengen area with no restrictions, and of course, in the end, get the Portuguese passport, which means getting the European or the continental European passport. Portugal recently was considered. The Portuguese passport recently was considered one of the strongest in the world, one of the top 10 strongest passports in the world. So it's a really huge advantage getting the Portuguese passport and the citizenship. Basically, on this slide, as you can see, it's the general information about how it starts and who can apply. And I think the next one, it will be more interest to explain how it works and who can apply for the Golden Visa. Can you change that one, please? Yes. So, like I said, only can apply for the Golden Visa program non-European, non-EU citizen. And your investment needs to, you need to keep your investment during 5 years. Usually there are a question that everybody does. Imagine that I invest in something. Can I sell it and then buy another thing? Yes. The most important is keep the investment. So if you invest 500K, if you sell the property that you invest on the first time, you need to buy another one at least of 500K as well. So it's possible. There is no problem of changing or making businesses with buying and selling properties, and you can still have the Golden Visa with no problem. Next slide, please, Declan. So basically, here we list all the benefits of getting the Golden Visa. Travel across all the 27 Schengen countries, have the Portuguese passport and EU residence after 5 years. By the way, on this point, it's very important to say that you are not obliged after the 5 years of getting the passport. It's not obliged. If you don't want the passport, you don't need to ask for, but you will stay always with a permanent residence for all your life. So that's an important issue that sometimes the clients ask if they are obliged to apply for the passport. No, they are not. They can keep, because some nationalities don't allow the double nationality. And they are afraid of losing their birth nationality, so it's not a problem. But you stay with a permanent residence, which means you have all the benefits. Minimum investment in real estate for now keeps the 500K. After 1 of January, Monte Rei will be available on this amount as well, for this amount. By the way, very important, you can do the investment through a company or by yourself personally. Okay, so that's a possibility as well. And of course, it's always necessary to analyze which will be the best way of doing the investment because of the tax optimization. It will be access, of course, to Portuguese education and healthcare. The Golden Visa will be applicable for the direct family. We are talking about wife, children, and grandparents. Brothers as well in some conditions, but brothers as well. So one investment can give 4 Golden Visa or 5, depends on the direct family. Usually takes 4 to 6 months to receive the residence card. I have to be honest, I already saw a quicker. I already get a Golden Visa in 3 months, but with the COVID situation and with the lockdowns, all the process are a little bit delay. So 4 to 6 months, it's really an honest deadline and time with nowadays. But very important, after we start the application, you already receive a provisory residence that you can use to travel and etc. And basically, I think those are the main benefits of Golden Visa. Sometimes some clients apply the Golden Visa for their children because they want that they study in Europe. That happens a lot for the children, and Golden Visa program, it's amazing for that. Can you change as well? Can you change that one, please? Okay, so here it's like a summary of how to apply the Golden Visa and how it works. So first of all, we need to get the Portuguese tax number. We need to prepare all the documentation for the purchase, open bank account. Sometimes it's not obliged to have a Portuguese bank account, depending on the situation. It's always good because when you make an investment, you need to have the bills in an account being paid. So we always suggest to open, but it's not obliged. And we need to have powers of attorney, investment declarations, etc. That's our bureaucracy that we take care. Then we submit when we start the investment. Usually we do in 2 steps. First step, getting the documentation and signing a promissory agreement with the seller, and then we close the deal with the title deed that we celebrate with the seller. We can apply the moment that we can start the application for Golden Visa on the promissory agreement. But to conclude, we have to do one of 2 things. First one, we need to have we always need to have the 500K paid. So if you pay an initial deposit of 500K, fine. With the promissory contract, we can conclude the procedure of Golden Visa. Or if you only invest 500K, we need the title deed to conclude the procedure. Okay, so only after the payment to the seller of the 500K minimum, we can get the appointment or in the Portuguese authority to get the residence card and to conclude the Golden Visa procedure. Those are some documents. Of course, this is bureaucracy that we take care, but it's always important. We need to show the proof of funds that the money was really transferred. We need the criminal record on the country where the client lives. So those are the main documents necessary to start the application. Then after we made the 500K investment, we can book the appointment on CEF, which is the Portuguese Tax Authority, and we go there to conclude all the procedure, sign all the documentation necessary, etc., and then receive the residence card, the permanent residence card. Can you change that one, please? So, first of all, this is very important. This is how it works. Like we said before, the Golden Visa program, it's for 5 years, and we need to keep the investment. How it works? First of all, we only need to pass the maximum of only need to stay in maximum 14 days in Portugal. It's not 14 days normally. Normally, the 14 days can be split in this way. On the first year, we need to pass 14 days. On the second and third year, you can pass 14 days with the 2 years together. And on the fourth and fifth, it's the same. So 14 years on these with these 2 years together. On these 2 years together. So basically, why is this so important? This is other benefit of the Golden Visa. You don't need to live in Portugal. So if you don't want to live in Portugal, you don't need to live. You only need to stay here at 14 days maximum. An important information that I think we should always give, it's the cost and the costs of the Golden Visa, which is the costs for the Portuguese authorities. We are talking about only these costs is 5,800 euros per person. Okay, that applies for the Golden Visa. But I think we have this information on the next slide. Can you please, Declan, change? Yeah, there is. We have here. So, like the slide says, the initial application starts with 533 euros. This is when we start the application. We submit the documentation, and then we have a document to pay. Only after this payment we can proceed with the rest of the documentation. Then on the moment that we make the appointment, and after that we need to pay the final cost, which is 5,335 euros. So this is the last. This payment. It will be it's done after the appointment that we will have. By the way, these amounts is per applicant or per person that applies for the Golden Visa. Okay. So if we are talking about in 2 persons, it's this amount plus 2, 3 persons, and so on. The renewals are cheaper and have the cost of 2,663 per applicant, which will be paid only on the moment that we book the appointment in the Portuguese authority. Can you change that one, please? Okay, the tax information, very important. You don't need to. It's not required that you have do become Portuguese tax resident or pay taxes in Portugal. It's not an obligation, and it's not necessary. Although Portugal have a very attractive tax regime because of the international double taxation agreements that Portugal made with several countries. We have very good benefits. Those benefits can have a taxation maximum of 20% over your income, or 0% in some cases. So it's a really a huge advantage, a huge tax advantage. the tax regime that I'm talking about, it's the non-habitual residence. So it's something that we need to apply, of course. But on the tax situations, it's always a customized solution. And why I say that? Because it depends of the nationality, it depends of the income, of which type of incomes are we talking about. And so we always should analyze all the situations and customize a solution for the client. But very important is we have a very attractive tax regime for foreign investors, and most important, you will choose if you want to be to pay taxes here or not. So you are not obliged with that. Can you change that one, please?
I think that's it.
Okay, that's it.
Yeah.
So from my side, I will be available for any questions.
Okay, let's see if I can find the chat. Okay, so there's a question there, Andre. Is the whole of the Algarve 500K for Golden Visa in 2022?
No, no, unfortunately, no. Monte Rei will be available because Monte Rei have special properties, but the Algarve will be out on 2022 or the most part of the Algarve. Okay. Monte Rei, it's included because have a special they have special properties with different classifications. So Monte Rei will be available, but 98% of the Algarve will not be available on 2022.
To obtain a Golden Visa, do we need to speak Portuguese?
No, for the Golden Visa, no. For the passport, I will tell you that yes and no. Yes, because the main law says that you should know the language, but no, because I say no now because there are other solutions for that that don't need to have a test. But for Golden Visa, no, you don't need to know the Portuguese language. No, it's not a requirement.
I think, well, I missed a question in there. If you have a Golden Visa, if you're renewing, do you still have to keep the property, or once you have the Golden Visa?
No, you only need to keep the investment, not the property. Like I said on the beginning, imagine that we buy an apartment in Monte Rei for 850K. Then we have a huge opportunity and can resell for 1 million. No problem. Then what you need to do is buy another property on the minimum investment that you did on the beginning. So if you did on the beginning 850K, you should buy another one for 850K after selling. So you only need to keep the investment, not the same property, only the amount of the investment.
So does that mean if you invested, let's say 500,000 cash, if you bought a Monte Rei, then the top up would be mortgage? Mm-hmm. And if you dispose of that property, your second investment just has to be 500,000, correct?
That's it. Correct. That's it. That's correct. That's it.
Okay. Okay. I think there's another.
By the way, I think it's very important. You can apply for mortgage on banks with no problem, but the minimum investment of cash from your side, it's 500K. A simple example: you buy something of 1 million. You only need to put 500K and you can apply for one mortgage or a loan on the bank for the other 500K. That's not a problem. You can get Golden Visa.
Okay. Another question here from Bob. Sorry. How long does it take to get the Portuguese passport?
The Portuguese passport, it's after 5 years. So it's only when we hand the program. For you have an idea, the program starts in 2012, 2013, and the first persons getting the passport was only in 2019, because the 5 years was 2018. The first getting it's on 2019. So to get the passport, it's after the 5 years of the Golden Visa program. Okay.
There's another question there from Richard. When do you need to do the renewal?
It's on the first renewal, it's after 1 year. The second renewal, it's on the 3rd year, and the last one, it's on the 4th year.
Okay, so the fees that you talked about would be applicable on the renewal years, correct?
Yes, that's it. That's it.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you for joining.
Thank you very much.
And look forward to speaking to you personally, one-to-one. Take care.